Hello and welcome. Today I want to work on the Hazard Modding Co-op mod for Elite Force 2. And I have a few points I want to check out and a few bugs I want to fix. And as you can see, there's still a lot to fix and still a lot to look into and maybe to add, as in terms of features. And what I want to do today is look at the things that are usually forgotten or deemed as not so much of an important task or issue. Because today I feel like at this beautiful sunshine we don't have, it's a good day to do that. So I'm gonna look into a couple of features on this list. I will also look into a feature that, or a problem that has been a long time standing that happens when a player is modulating a tricorder puzzle and the puzzle is either removed or solved some other way. The player that was modulating that puzzle is now stuck with the modulations HUD and can't move anymore until this player either joins spectator mode, leaves the server, comes back, or kills themselves. So that's a thing I want to fix because it happens quite frequently. For the very few occasions you can actually do that in game, it happens quite frequently. So that would be a game-breaking bug for some people that don't know better how to fix it and would then end the server or quit the game entirely. And that would be a point of frustration. So the main goal of the co-op mod overall is to reduce or mitigate any issues that are causing frustration. So let's look into the tricorder thingy first. Therefore, we need to go in the game code and we also need to get the script file from the game files from the co-op mod that tells us what is happening, and then we can look up in the game code exactly where we should intervene or what our points of catching those bugs is or are. So this is mission 11 L1A. Oh, yeah, that was right. And why? No, that was not right. That's Visual Studio. I don't want that. I want this. So beautiful, colorful. Okay, so let's look for tricorder modulation. Dual puzzle. There we go. It's the first puzzle barricade. Let's just check which puzzle is which. Cave door puzzle. Actually, I could check both of them would give me a clue because both can have the same issue. So I'm gonna look at the second one anyway. That's the solve thread. Let's just copy that over. Then we're gonna look into the solve thread. Trigger, clip, cave door, puzzle, vision objective. So the puzzle itself was not removed. So that's actually good. So what is actually stopping it? why is it actually breaking? Let me just check the first puzzle. Play sound. Mission objective 0. Okay, that's when it's just being solved the regular way. And now let me check if there are other cases when the puzzle is removed. Here, destroyed. Let me just highlight this again. Okay. So the puzzle is actually not removed. That's a good thing, but how is it that the player gets stuck in the first place? Just see every occurrence. It should actually have no effect on the puzzle itself. This is cave door solved, cave door destroyed. So let us actually go there in the level and see what the problem is. M11 L1A draw ruins. Three, I think, was the map name. We shall see. That looks good. Here we go. Let's skip the cinematic. Let's activate cheats and go directly to the cave door, which is here. And I think I should not be triggering the AI. Yeah, good. Let me just see. Okay, starting to modulate. Okay, great. So now we're gonna start. Let's just find the button for this. Bind. See you. Oh, I have something here. Bind T. Bind. It could be difficult. And yeah, let's just use this because that's no longer in use. That should fire up the destroyed thread. So I'm gonna start modulating. Then I'm gonna press this button here. Oops. Hello. Ah, now it works. Okay, press the button. The door is destroyed, but the HUD still stays. So I cannot find any reason why that is happening. So let's see if the puzzle is actually really still there. or if that is just not in the scripts and happening somewhere else. So let's find the puzzle here. There we go. So the archetype of the puzzle should be removed. It is. When I aim with the tricorder here, nothing is showing. That's good. But the HUD is still there. So let me just figure out if that is actually really still present, the puzzle. Could not find. Yeah, the puzzle is gone. So the puzzle is actually no longer there. Just to verify that, I'm gonna restart the map. Skip the cinematics. Move myself to the puzzle. Player 0. Should be at the puzzle, yeah, exactly on top of it. Now the archetype is here, the marker for the tricorder. Let me see if the puzzle. Yeah, the puzzle is present. So if I now press my J button, it's gone, and indeed the puzzle is gone. Just tell them both that I don't like them. Bye. You see, yeah, that's about right. So that was correct. That's working. Let me just think real quick how I want to approach this. No, now we know the puzzle is gone. So that's probably what's causing the player getting stuck. So what we want to do now is to make sure if a puzzle is being modulated at or modulated on, and it's going to be removed. We want the game code to handle it in a way that the player that's modulating is no longer modulating, and the HUD from the player is removed. Therefore, the player can then move again. And to do that, we have to look into the code section where the puzzle is removed. So that's in the C++ code of the game. I'm trying to remember. Puzzle object. There we go. Here are the puzzle objects. Let's just see what events do we have. Failed, cancel, deactivate, reset. Solved. So these are just the regular events. That's not the actual remove event. So we need to look. We should actually be seeing that here. Nothing's happening in here. That's when the puzzle class, so when the object is destroyed. That's this wave symbol here. That signifies it shows that this is more or less destroyed. So let me see. That's the HUD name, that's great. Okay, great. So we have a activator if, let me just first, yeah, exactly. Let me just see if I can, yeah. First, we're going to make a commentary here so that we know when this was changed, for what reason, and so on. 614. And who to blame was as well. Then edit fix to remove HUD from player currently modulating. So I'm unsure how good I can make that. I have to see how much information I can grab. So this information here is the activator. That's a variable that's attached to the puzzle. So each puzzle will get the same data here. And the activator is usually 0 until a player is actually using this. So this is created when the puzzle is spawned. And as soon as a player uses this gets changed. And we can then grab the information. What we need. We need to know what player it is. And we need to know the HUD name to remove it. So if the activator does exist, so if it is present, we're gonna remove the HUD. Usually the activator for a puzzle is always a player, so we can safely use HUD remove HUD. Not quite sure. I have to look it up. I think I remember. There we go. That's the safest way of doing it and the fastest way. We also, yeah, we don't need to. Once the puzzle is destroyed, we don't need that variable anymore because the puzzle is no longer present. So I'm not gonna touch that, but for sure, I want to have that. And we want to have that variable in here, which means we need it to do this way. And do it like this. And that's a string, so we need to transform that. Otherwise we get a problem on Linux computers or servers, actually. And this would be the player. So let's see, that looks nice. We, just to be sure, I'm gonna check if activator is actually a player. I'm not going to check if the player is in spectator. I'm not going to check if the player is dead, because anyway, we want that HUD removed from the player in any case. But we want to make sure this is really a player. Subclass, oh wait, is subclass of, I think it's of. Is subclass of player. It's not quite right. Is subclass of. So it was indeed a uppercase O. Here we go, and because I like it like this, move it up here, so that actually should do the trick. It's a very simple fix. It's just actually one line of code that does the trick, but we need a few more lines to make sure it's actually a player and the player exists. So if the puzzle would be removed and no one has ever used it, and we would execute this command, we would get a server crash, because this command would then access a variable that's completely empty, and that's not good. Okay, gonna create it, close the game, otherwise I get an error. Creating the new DLL file. That's it. Starting up the level, and then I'm gonna check if that is still a problem. And I need the exact name. I'm gonna move myself. Yeah, I need to copy it, but let's do it manually. Gonna go to the puzzle. How the hell are they activated? Ah, I know how. Okay, I put a range script here so that detects as soon as the player is in range of this area here, because players can then no longer glitch their way in without triggering the sequence. Which is actually unfortunate for me now, because I need to make sure these guys are gone before I start my testing, or they will kill me. Damn you. Just see. Yeah. It's just... Okay, the big guy is not coming. Good. We need script thread that. Okay. Hang on a second. Find J. Yeah, there, I did it. Okay. Gonna start modulating, pressing J, and it didn't work. So I need to look it up, why it didn't work. And to do that, I'm using the Visual Studio debugger. God, that's bright. Here we go. We need only the last part changed. M11L1A ruins 3. Okay. Then we're gonna set a marker here and here when the object is destroyed. And we're gonna set a marker here when the object is created. We're gonna start the game from within Visual Studio. This will work then with the debugger. So already the game is creating the puzzles. We know that now. Okay, now let's execute the... Yeah, that's working. So it is coming here when I destroy the puzzle. Something else is not working. So let me just put my face flat against the monitor, more or less. So that's empty, that's okay, because we haven't used it. Yeah, we need first to use it, otherwise, obviously, but we're entering this area, so that's all right. Let me see, bind J, bind H, bind H. It's not bound, excellent. Let me grab the puzzle name, puzzle. So that would be the puzzle. Stupid me. That's when the puzzle is being removed. Why didn't I see that? Very strange, but that's when the puzzle is removed, actually. So we could enter a script solution here. We could just check who's the last player of the puzzle and then remove it via the script. But I prefer a general solution that works on every map, even when someone else created it and that person has no idea what he's doing or she's doing, then that should also work, the solution. So that would be a cheap way out. Just adding the script here manually. So I'm not gonna do that. What I'm gonna do is script player 0 origin. Gonna move myself again to the puzzle exactly on top of the puzzle by pressing the H key. Yeah. And now I'm gonna start modulating and remove the puzzle. Now we're here again, and this time the activator is not empty. That's a start. And the activator is a player because, was that the right? Hang on a second. I'm just gonna grab more information, I think, next time. Let me just check if there's a subclass of, if there's something I did wrong there. A subclass of player, so that's correct. Okay, just see the next. Timer HUD. That's in this case anyway the right one, so that should be working. Just go next step. Well, that works too, but why didn't it remove the HUD? A command. Command is correct, or is it? Just find another passage where this is being used. Well, that's correct. So I'm using this correctly, but for some reason it is not working. And what is your entity number? Come on. Damn it. Well, it looks correct. And everything I checked so far is correct. Let's just check if it worked this time. Well, it worked this time. Well, that's strange. Let's just try this again. Why didn't it work before? No, that's strange. It should be reliable. I need to check if it's doing that always, or if this was just a coincidence. Yeah, it's this time it didn't remove it. Okay, so that's bad. Let me see if the console is saying anything. There's no information in the console as why is this happening. The command was executed. Let's just have some information printed out so we can actually see what's going on, more or less. Because we're flying blind, essentially, here. So we're gonna grab the player and we're gonna have target name of the player printed, like this target name. That's gonna return the actual name of the player on the level, not the player name, not the online player name, but the name that the player is referenced from within the game level scripts. Is it, hang on a second, do we need that? Is it a string or what is it? What are you? You are a string, okay. So we gonna need that. Yeah. Then this percentage s here makes it so that the information in the first parameter after this semicolon here, after this colon, is printed at this position here. And I want another string that shows me the HUD name. So I'm gonna add another column and another string variable, and I have that in place. And I need it to be printed in a single line, and the line should end then. Gonna recompile and see what the printout will be. Here we go, gonna move myself to the puzzle, gonna jump off the puzzle. Starting to modulate and executing the function. Gonna remove that because by now we know that's happening. So let me see. Player 0, timer HUD. So that's correct. So everything is correct, and still it is not removing the HUD. UI remove HUD, timer HUD. Oh, interestingly. Oh, that's interesting. It didn't remove it as a HUD in general. So it stayed on when every other HUD was removed. it still stayed on. So that's an unexpected issue. Something is wrong with the way the HUD is presented. So let me just check. Timer HUD. There we are. So let's the depth. Okay, so how deep are the other puzzles, the other HUDs? Let me just compare that. Let me compare that to mission objectives HUD. Active notify text. That's 04. And that has no escape, no. Okay, so that's 04, and notify has also 04. It also does not have the no escape. So we're gonna definitely remove that. We're probably gonna change that line. That's okay. Hide command. Let me just see what's going on here. I don't remember what I did there, so gonna look it up. Timer. Time. What are you doing? You are... Oh. Remove the mission objective HUD before showing the loading HUD. So the timer HUD? Yeah. Let's just fix that. It's basically just removing the co-op objectives menu and providing this with additional info so it can be changed, which is not actually not something we really require, but yeah, that's the text. I know why I did this. So this HUD can be replicated and used in other... Yeah, okay, so that makes sense. Okay, I have added new HUDs recently, so let me just check them as well, because if this one has problems, we want to make sure all the others work. This use fire. Where do we have fire? Here off. Yeah. Fire, fire, fire. Okay, let's just open them up and see if they also have the same issue. No, they don't. And they are all on 04 depth. Well, of course not this one. But it also has no mouse. Let me just see if I use the no mouse command on this HUD, if that helps. We're gonna keep the no escape and add the no mouse just to see. Oh, it already has that. Okay, so let's just remove the no escape. And completely shut down the game and start it over again. Okay, gonna move myself. Hello. It's not moving. Ah, no. But, I know what I did wrong. Press the wrong button. bind H. Yeah, H was the right one. Move myself, jump off the puzzle, use the tricorder, press J, and it's still a problem. So just see if I can UI remove HUTs. It's not removing this, so it thinks it's not a HUT, it's a menu, but it's clearly not a menu. So that can be related to the depth here. And if that is not helping, I shall see what else I can come up with. But right now, that's my only solution I would have for that. Right now, my game is frozen. Ah, okay, there we go. What happens sometimes, it's on a slow drive, so yeah. It's nothing there's nothing like using hard drives. You guys, you really annoy me. It's not working. Anyway, let's just remain unimpressed by them. Pressing J. And again, it's not removing. Let's just see UI remove HUTs. UI, no, pop menu 0. Well, it thinks it's a menu. That is for a fact established now. How can we actually do that? Just think, maybe let me just open another menu, preferably one that's not from the co-op mod. So they are all good here, they work. Okay, so let me just check if that is the same problem with a different menu. So I'm gonna change the script here. That's much more elaborate to fix than I initially thought. I thought like 2 minutes, 5 minutes tops, and now look at how long this is taking. So we want to have that. Maybe we can do that. Yeah, let's just create a new config file here for just for this test purpose. And let's name it M11. And in this M11, we shall put the command for the puzzle the command for moving player, script player 0, origin. Now we need the puzzle name. The puzzle name is something puzzle cave, something cave door puzzle. There we go. And I'm gonna move the player there. Then we are going to change the HUD for the puzzle. Puzzle timer item view thread. Let me just look up what the command is. The command is timer. Okay, it's puzzle object become. That's also a command. That is also a command I want to use in the future. So I'm gonna put that command somewhere here because I might gonna use that so that the technicians just get a modulating bar and don't need to solve the puzzle. Cancelled, cancel thread, deactivate, failed. Item to use, item user distance reset solved. Timer HUD name, now that's the command. And we are here, and the command is this, and we're gonna do that. And we are going to, the command we want is bind h exec m11. That's the command. Do that. Bind h. Oh, yeah. Let me just see. Yeah, that works. Okay, so close the game. I'm gonna start it again. Then press my H key, which will execute that config file I just created, and that config file executes the scripts. And with these scripts, I should be able to test the tricorder puzzle with a different HUD. Let's press H, let's step down, use the tricorder, and it's showing me a different HUD. So if I now press J, that HUD also stays. And let me just see. I think I know why that is. I think I know what the problem is. Yeah, I need to look up the code when it's finishing the puzzle correctly. Because I think this is quite intended to be like this. But let me just verify that. Remove HUD. Yeah, that has the same issue, and that works. That's established to work. So problem is elsewhere. Let me also see timed use, timed use, HUD on. Yeah, exactly. We need that HUD on. We don't need to check for that, but we need to check for last time used. Need to use time. Let's just copy these because I think we might be able to use them here. I'm not quite sure how exactly. I will have to look up the code further to actually decide which checking the variables would be helpful, or if it's actually counter useful in this case. So if that even is a word, let's go with checking hot name. There we go. Show timer hat. That's basically the same thing. But why is it in here? It's the same thing. It's actually just basically the same thing I did, so. Ah, there we go. The command must be pop menu. Okay, so that is why it won't. Okay, let's just do that. Instead, pop menu, menu name, and then we need a1. We're gonna test that. After that, we're gonna check what we can do to make sure that the player actually is really using the puzzle just in this moment and is not already done with using this puzzle, and we're closing the HUD for the next puzzle the player is currently at. It's very unlikely that something like this will ever happen, but we don't want to introduce new bugs, so we have to think about things that could possibly happen in any way, however crazy they might seem. Here we are, and that should fix the bug. Let's be hopeful. Oh yeah, that did it. Okay, so let's go into the config file again. Remove that line, disable that line, disable that line, and we should be good with the original HUD. We go pressing my button, and now trying. It's the right one. Because, and I can move. Okay, so that's fixed. Okay, so just let's make a note. Fixed, and then look into the details how to make sure this fix does never cause any problems for other puzzles. Fixed player possibly getting stuck when modulating a puzzle that is removed. Player possibly getting stuck when modulating when a puzzle should be getting stuck when a puzzle is removed during modulation. During modulating modulation. Now that's right. Player possibly getting stuck when a puzzle is removed during modulation. So this can happen on any map, so I'm not gonna type, or not gonna write the map name behind. So if it is just a problem with a specific map, it's named in front, so that I know that's a general issue and the other thing is a specific issue with the map. So what can I say? Making Klingons happy. Kapla. So let's go on. This is when puzzle object is being created. That's when it's thinking. So when it's thinking, that should also be the time when certain variables are checked. And that should be interesting for us. Use already a fix reset variable even when player has left the game. Avoid puzzles. Ah, okay. So actually that's fairly reliable. Because of this fix, it's extremely reliable just to check now this variable. Excellent. That's now much easier to figure that part out. I was thinking this would take another half hour. Okay, so if the player exists, if the object that used the activator, that used the trigger still exists and is a player, and the puzzle has still the HUD on, then we are going to remove the HUD. Otherwise, if that is false, another function will already remove the HUD. So we never ever have to bother doing that. So that's now fixed perfectly well. So just close the game, start it again, and verify that this is indeed working still. Here we go. Using my button for the console execution of the config. Now trying to modulate. The door is fine. Modulating, destroying the door. We can move. We're somewhat. Okay, so that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. That's an okay glitch. And let's just verify that this is really a glitch while holding the tricorder, or was this just a coincidence? So move and down and again pressing. No, okay, well that was just a glitch. Yeah, that's just a glitch here, I think. Or I know what's happening. Something else doesn't work. I think I know what this is because it's so laggy. I bet this is a protection so that players don't proceed until these are killed. So let's just verify that this is really, really a co-op protection and not another glitch. A never-ending story here. So let me just give me a little bit of health so I can deal with them. You. Why do I even bother? Just fly up there. Just go up here and see if that's now working. So the big eye is not coming out. Yeah, so I think that broke the mission somehow. Let's just restart and verify that it's actually still working. Okay. Now let's fly there. About here. It should go down. So we activate every trigger that leads to this sequence. Okay, so okay, that seems to work. So let me just see if we can just go inside there now. Yes, we can. Okay, so that was just a cheat protection. So it's all working fine. So let's close the game. And this is fixed. So this is a bug that has been in the co-op mod ever since 14 iterations. This wasn't fixed. So now we can remove that picture because it's fixed. Okay, so the next thing would be mission number 7. Oh, that's something. So the recorder puzzle stack is fixed. Yes. Let's now find the next map where we want to test something. I think mission 3. Mission 3 should do the trick. So let us go to mission 3. M3L, that's the 1B forever. That's the Dallas, the second Dallas map. I'm gonna check there if we can actually use this command to change a puzzle. Let's just recycle this. Change a puzzle into... Anyway, let's not rename it so we can keep the keybind. And see if we can use this command to change a puzzle from being a tricorder puzzle where you have to work with these pipes to a puzzle that's actually just a modulation bar. So that technicians, the technician class in co-op would just get the modulation bar and have to wait a few seconds to modulate instead of actually solving a puzzle. That would be a perk of that class, and many people have are really annoyed by these puzzles. So this would be two good things in a single update. So, or two flies with a single, I don't know, whatever the expression is. Let's just see. M3L1B. That's the wrong folder. That's M3L1B. There we go. Let's look for a puzzle. That's the engineering turbolift button. Engineering. I want the engineering turbolift unit button. That's not the button I'm looking for. It's the right map, yeah. There we go. Ah, so that's done differently. You sneaky little... Damn. I'm gonna have to look up the compiled map. It's just making it a little bit difficult, a little bit more difficult, but they can't stop me. No way. There we go. Panel engineering. Okay, so that's your name. Here we go. Let's go with script. Target name, become modulation bar in skill. Let's go with skill 0. So that should count for skill 1, 2, and 3. 0 being easy, then 1 is normal, hard is 2, and very hard is 3. And when this becomes a bar in skill 0, the puzzle should always be a modulation bar. And I try to change this now for testing with the config file, and later I will have that in the game code changing depending on the player class. But I need first to check if that really is something that will work. So before I just do like this, copy it, and because I want that later in the game. There we go. I love this map. There we go. Yes. Split origin. Let me just move to the actual panel. I'm gonna press the config file that was 8. Here we go. Now I'm on top of the actual puzzle, and I'm stuck. Yeah, because the table is clipped so that you can't jump on the table. So, but once you are inside the table, well, okay. Yeah, let's just clip outside and press use. Okay, so that didn't work. Let me just figure out why that didn't work. I think what if we disable this here? So we're gonna move that. We are gonna move that here. Maps. Oh. Come on. And we're gonna move the file. Copy it here. And then we can close this. Now we have a copy in the game folder that we can work on without disturbing the actual file that's later used in the co-op mod. So we can put all the kinds of test code in here without having an effect on the actual release of the code mod. So let me just see. I think you still have the, yeah, I do. Here we go. Panel engineering hide. So what if we actually disable that here and we don't run the puzzle? Return. Test. Let's make this very obvious. So I'm gonna restart the map. I'm gonna press my button, so I will be moved to the puzzle. Oh, press it again. Clip out here. I'm gonna activate this. So nothing is happening. Okay, so that seems that's not such an easy fix as I thought. That might be a little bit more complicated to fix this. Okay, so I'm gonna take a break about two or 3 minutes, and then I will be back.
Gott, das gefällt. Ah, peinlich. Man gar nicht jemand gestorben. Todsturz. Krass. Ich dich finde, ich werde dich wünschen. Also, war das gerade für Chris. Storch. Da kommt Paladin des Weißen Drachen schon wieder. Na, Forge. Oh Gott, Chris. Nein! Ich war 2 Meter vom Ziel.
Okay, so here we go. I'm back. So let's look into another mission that has a fairly easy way of handling this. That should be M4L2B. And by that time, just see. Yeah, sure. Puzzle. That's Steam puzzle? No, that's not right. Ah, okay. They just reused it. Okay, so they're doing it the same way here. I suppose they're doing it the same way on all the puzzles. They pretty much have to. Well, actually they don't. So let me just verify which element this is. This is a, where is it? The name, where is the name? Here. Let me just check in the map file. It's a puzzle object, all right, so that's right. Oh, that's fine. Let me see in the game code where this is happening. Debugging. Gonna debug map. Debugging. Go. Debug the map. 3L1B forever. Okay. And the game is still running, so we're gonna close that. And what we want is puzzle. We're still here in the puzzle section, so puzzle think, open distance, failed, cancelled, solved, use event. So that's when something is happening, when the player is using the puzzle. That is when we actually want to determine if the puzzle should be a modulation bar or a, what's it called? A tricorder puzzle. So that actually would mean, because they are different, let me just bring this up so I can see that. Because I think I'm gonna need that. Puzzle. So now I've tried this. That doesn't work. At least not this time. But there is a puzzle where this is working. So how about I'm gonna look into that first for changing game code. M7L1B. That's the right one, yeah. Become bar in skill 0. So that's the right one. Okay, so let me just check. Is that a attribute that needs to be executed on? No, it's just a map start. That's not when the object is spawned. Okay, so that would mean it actually should work. So why didn't it? Let's just look into this this map file. What we can see for that. So there's nothing special. Let me compare that to it's the same thing here. So that could not be the reason why it is not working. There must be a different reason why it is not working. So let me check how this is accessed in the scripts. Maybe there's a difference in the script. Something must be the cause why it's not working. Okay, so that is for different skills. They're checking the skills. Okay, so what if I would change that? If that is, wait, first let me copy the file over into the game folder so I can actually modify it. Let me just do a quick test why this is not working. Because, oh, it was the wrong file. Because here it's realized, or it's actually done by scripts, and I was always thinking this is done automatically by the game, but obviously that seems not to work, at least not for me. So I need to verify if that what I assumed so far is correct or not. Don't need that. Yeah, keep that. Secret wall puzzle is not what we want. Let's generate a puzzle. That's the wrong script file. God damn it. No, that's the right one. Okay. Yes. Puzzle, let's just look for them all. Here we go. Generate a puzzle. Generator puzzle. Yeah, that's right. Now here's still the command, and I think that just doesn't work. Well, we're gonna find out in a second. So let's close this, and we don't need this. We don't need this. And this is fixed. This is fixed. This is fixed. Fixed. And fixed. And fixed. And fixed. And that we don't need anymore. Nope. Yeah. Let's go with yeah, we don't need this right now. We need it here. That's right. So that I can move myself there. And then we modify the level script to actually just skill. Is that? Yeah, that's the right one. Set a marker. Now we modify this like if the skill is lower or equal 1. Or just check. We actually don't check anything, we just do it like this. We clone the line, we disable it, and we put here a 1, which means true. Make a note here, test, test, test. And we don't want to remove it, we want to restore it. Come on. Restore. And we might want to make sure that when scrolling the file, you can obviously see there's something going on here. So now we are going to start that mission. M7L1B attraction colony. So I want to verify what my skill level is. Skill is 1. Excellent. Don't want that. It's my key. Now I'm on the puzzle. Activating that. And it's activating the puzzle. That's right. Okay, so now let's change this to 0 and this also to 0. And make sure this is also found. So both times the scripts will not run. Restart the map. Okay, so let's see. Press the key, jumping down, activating, and it's still showing me the puzzle. Okay, so something's going on. Why is it still showing the puzzle? Let's just remove the whole thing and see if it's still, it's just, or just do it like this. Just create a script error that should actually throw us out of the map, but it doesn't. Okay, so there's something going on. Your game type is 1. That's right. So just yes, but that's the right one. Okay. Okay, so that's very odd. Yeah, but this is right. Let's just see if there's really... Okay, so that is OneDrive, games, EF2 co-op, base, co-op mod, maps. Oh, let me guess. Are you kidding me? That's not possible. Let me just check the script and the log file output, because I think something else might be going on, that it is not loading the correct script file, but the definition. Yeah, it's loading a different script file. How the hell? How the hell is this even happening? Okay, there should be. I think I know why. Because I grabbed the script file from the original game folder. Yeah, this has not been adjusted for co-op, so this is one of the original files. God damn it! I need to grab the one that's actually from the co-op mod, because it has a different file extension name. So so the co-op mod was doing everything correctly. It's my fault. Move this here. Gonna open it. Gonna go to the puzzle. He's disabled. Don't make it that easy in co-op. Okay. Let's say I want to make it that easy. I'm gonna do it on one. Let's then just check if that actually is indeed working. Well, that would be something. Ah. Yeah, that's a recent fix. Let's just see if that become modulation bar thing is actually working first before I do anything else. Here we go, pressing my key to see again my to execute my script again. And yeah, there we are. Activate that. Okay, now it's modulating. And if I go for if I just completely disable that, it's my key. Okay, so now that works perfectly. Excellent. That saves me a lot of trouble. Now we're going to copy that, become Baron skill, and we're going to look it up in game code. What it actually does in the game code, this script command. It does time to use. It just changes time to use. Okay. Oh, hang on a second. Ah, okay, that's defined somewhere. That's checked somewhere. Let me just see. Okay, we would actually check it here. let's just set 394. Let me look. That's the thing. Okay, so we have to fix it in here. Let me just see. So this is happening. Just do it like this. If the puzzle is timed or skill level is lower than minimum skill and the HUD is on and the last time used plus a quarter of a second is lower than the current level time. So this means if the puzzle hasn't been used, if the puzzle was used and is no longer used for a quarter of a second, it resets. So this is the part that does the resetting. We don't need that yet. But do we actually need this part later? If it is timed. Yeah, we're gonna need that later. We're gonna need that later. Unless, yeah, let me just see. If we can actually post this as an event, we can restore the puzzle afterwards. Just see. That is an event, and we can use that hopefully inside the game code. Yeah, well, it's a default event, so yes. The answer is yes. Yes, we can. And we are going to do that. I have to look up how that actually works again. It's something about, just do it like this and look them up. Oh. Post event. There we go. That's a good example. Not really. That's not really a good example. Let's check the next one. Solved. So let's just see. Here, that's kinda it. This does not work below. Yeah, but that is find target. What the hell did I do there? We need to activate door from script. Okay, that's not the thing I want. But something like this is more like it. So what I need are these things. Then that would go like event is new event, and the event type would become bar in skill. And we are not going to add an entity, we're going to add a integer because we want the skill level to be 0. Integer. And the integer would be 0. That's basically the same in the game code as if you would do this part here in scripting. That's how it's done in scripting. And this is how it's done in the game code. We want that. Yeah, now we need to see puzzle when it's used. Let me just think. These puzzles are always used with the tricorder. So this means we do have a tricorder puzzle thingy somewhere. Timed puzzle cancel. Timed puzzle solve. Timed use. So any player, not just client 0, grab the player that is using this puzzle, grabbing the... Okay, let's just see if that is actually the one we need to... That's normal use, whatever that is. And let's put a marker here. That's elaborate. And let's put a marker here. So we can see when we activate a tricorder puzzle, at which position in the code the puzzle will start. Oh, I think I still have the wrong map here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do. Yes, I do. So let's change the debugging options, change the map. The map will be M7L1V Attraction Station. There we go. Let's just run the game. And nothing's happening because the map name is wrong. Or is it? Debugging. Yeah, it's not station, it's colony. There we go. That looks better. There we go. And we're pressing use with the use key. That is use event. So let's just change that. So that we next time know started when player presses use button on puzzle. So that's this. And let's continue. Ignore. Oh, come on. Let's just save this. So I think that must be then here, right? Show timer cancelled. Hello? Did I? There, timed use. I think it's this one. Let's recompile because I changed the commentary and see what's happening. Let's skip this. Execute my config file and down. Press the use button. Okay, so nothing happened. That's good. Now I press normal use. Okay, so let's stop debugging and let's add the information here too. Started when player uses tricorder on the puzzle. So next time we're working on this, we know immediately what this does. No more guessing. So let's just be very so that's the initial check. No, here's the player grabbed. No, what the hell is that? Why is it grabbing? Okay, this is just a okay, so it's just to check if the trigger is triggered by something else other than a player. Okay, so let's go here, B60014. Yeah. And make it so tricorder puzzle should become a timer bar for co-op class technician. We just see if that works at all. So if what do we have? First we have to check if that is actually a multiplayer game. If multiplayer manager in multiplayer, I'm not sure which one of them it is. This one looks good. What about this one? This is not good. This is the right one because this one returns data and we need data. So we need to know if it's a multiplayer game or not. So we need some data to be returned. In this case, it's bool. So it's a 0 or a 1. So this is the right function. So we are now in the multiplayer. Then we need to check if we are in co-op because the puzzles could also be used without being on a specific co-op mod. So and the game dot co-op is active. So this will only be executed here when we are in multiplayer and the co-op mod is active. We want the current activator. So we also need to check for the current activator. Okay. and player exists. Yeah, let's just go with activator here. And why is it not resetting activator here? Activator should be null here. Let's just see if it's being used. Yeah, the activator should be reset here. Something missing here. Let's just go with that. Activator. Last activator. Now reset. I mean, it's not a bug that would be any big problem or issue, but that should be done anyway, so last activator is now reset. Okay. Then let's go here and see. Okay, we are in multiplayer, we are in the co-op game, and we have an activator. Then what else do we need? We need to know the activator has actually a class. So the activator is, and that is player, and it's here. So if we have an activator, we also do have a player. And if you don't have a player, no, that cannot be guaranteed. Let me just see. Yeah, I think that can be guaranteed because this is... Just go with it. Yeah. We actually just need to check if we have a player here in this case anyway. So if we multiplayer and we are in co-op and we have a player, we want to know if the player is of a specific class. And that would be, I think that's co-op player dot class name, and the class name should be technician. So let's just look it up. Class name, let's use this. Oh, perfect. That's perfect. So if the player is technician, let's just print a message for now. So player hot print, and the message would be ta-da! Okay. And because, yeah, I think the message, let's now compile the code and see if that actually is working. Okay, I don't need to see that again. So let's, yeah, there was the message. Ta-da! Excellent. Okay, so that's working. Because that's working, we can do this, which is the puzzle in this case. Where's my code? Can use this like that and this. Yeah. Well, that should actually... Let's just test this, if this is really working the way I expect it to work. Because, well, there can always be a surprise. Skip this. Execute my config file. You need to use tricorder? Yeah, I have. Okay, that seems not to work. Doesn't like me. Let me just see if it is even executed. Well, it is executed. But something about the event. Just check the event real quick. Oh yes, it needs a float bar. So if I have a integer there, that's actually wrong. Add float. Add float. Is that his? Yeah, that's right. 0.0f. I suppose that will do the trick. We shall see. Getting the config again. Okay, that the code is executed. And we are still being presented a pipe puzzle. So let's just do it like this and add a return here. Yeah, just to exit the actual process here and see if that's changing something. Okay, so that's much more tricky than I thought. Let's check again what we have established before. We have established before that it actually works, right? All right. We can actually change it just like this directly because we already are on the object. We don't need to cast an event. We can directly, what we need to do is cast an event to restore it later, but do I still have that code here? Nope. Yeah. So what I can do now is directly access and change the variable. That would be an instant change then. Just see where where it was skill. Let me just see inside this document. Skill. Become, yeah, that. Skill. That one. And that one too. So let's go back to the code. Nope. Used. Where are you? Started when the player uses, yeah, we don't want the button, we want the tricorder. Normally used, that's the one. And that's the code, line 812. Here we go, gonna put it in here. Don't need this. Just set it to 0. Make sure we have at least some time to modulate. And let's see if that is actually that. I think that's decided somewhere else. That could be the case. Okay, so we can figure that out. But first, let's just try this. But I think this is just a sub-function. We need to start higher in the hierarchy. So if that is the case, we will notice it at this test here. And then adjust the code accordingly. Okay, activate, go down. Okay, so that's of no use. So obviously that crap is decided somewhere else. So what we're gonna do is now we cut the code out. We're gonna go here. And then we're gonna track from where this is started. So hello, family. Here we go. Pressing my config file button. Okay, so here we are. And now we want to see the, what's it called? Just see if I still remember how that was done. Not sure if it was this. I don't think it was this. No, it wasn't. I think here we go. That was easy enough. Here it is decided. So all we have to do is add our code here and we're set. Okay, so perfect. That was quite easy. So So let's just see, because this is ugly, I'm gonna change that. And what? Yeah, close debugging. Gonna change it like this. I want my message like this, and because I want to make it easier in the future, I'm gonna keep the old code and I'm gonna add my new code, and that's timed use event. The timed use event is, I suppose, yeah, let me just see, the timed use event does not set time, right? Only when there is, no, it does not. Let's try this anyway and then see. We will notice it instantly if there's something going wrong. So let's go step by step. Let's move this here. Now we have to check if there actually is a player present in this. Yeah, here it is. And where is it defined? Outside or? Yeah, it's defined outside. Okay, so also let's make sure. Yeah, the player, we're checking for the player. Excellent here. Okay, so that's fine. And yep, gonna remove that. And I'm guessing we will have to fix it here as well. So let me just check if I still, yeah, I still have it. Okay, so gonna compile that and see what's going to happen. Execute, go back. Okay, that's right. Let me just see. Okay, that's expected. Just skip it. Yeah, so it instantly modulates. Instant modulation is not what we want. So because it makes the HUD stuck, we can still move, I think. No, we can't. Oh yeah. Oh, it's oh, I need to verify later something else. Changing the UI. Okay, let me just make a note so I don't forget. Check if modulation timer bar can be removed by pressing escape. Oh. Yeah, okay. So we want to obviously fix that, and to fix that we have to check where else the skill is compared in this document. So we again look for skill in here. So that's that here. So this one we already have something on. And that's the old one. And that's the cancellation event. So let's just go here, just to be sure that we actually enter here. And okay, because we're, yeah, that's the one that's making problems. Because we are not yeah. Oh, come on. That's the one. Have to move that. Create a copy of this. Then close the diagnostic tools. We are keeping this as a commentary. Yeah, we can take this here and have a new line here, and hang on a second. If the HUD is on and last time used is a while ago and the HUD is timed, or the skill level is lower than whatever, or we are in multiplayer, we are in co-op, we have a player and the player is technician, then you also need to remove the HUD. Yes, that's what was not working before. And because it's a little bit tricky, let's do it like this. It's not the best way, but at least it's not as much confusing. There we go. Okay, that should do the trick. Hello, computer. Here we go. And here we are. Okay, it's not working. Just check why it is not working. Are we even getting here? Oh, we are. But we're not getting very far. So the HUD, is that on? Let me just see. Yeah, we have become bar in skill. Does this check? And we might want to do this check as well. Yeah, we need to check it with 2 players then. Okay. Damn, that's getting more and more complicated. Okay. So let's go. Let's see. We are here. No. No, we're doing it here. Yeah, doing it here. Okay, so that's that. And then we are going to set a time for the technicians. I say it's 3 seconds, and let just be a little bit more flexible and say something like that. No, I think we keep it. I think we keep it with 0. All right, let's just be sure. And I'm gonna retry. There we go. Executing the config file. So that worked. But let's try again. And this time, when you need a second player, go to the puzzle. Gonna use it, do it like this, and then we stop. That's right. Again, like this, like this. Excellent. So now here's where the second player comes into play. So the second player, yeah, excellent. So the second player does not have the co-op mod installed, so that's on purpose. Let's just go here, get down here, activate that. And it's modulating for that player as well. And what kind of class does this player have? Let's just see. Help. Just go with class. Okay, my class is technician. I want to change my class to medic. And check if okay, for me, okay, the second player does not activate. The other player is, yeah. So for the medic, we do now have that pipe puzzle. And there is no timer ongoing, as it should be. And for the technician, we do have a modulating bar. So I would say, crap. What happened? Okay, that that was not intended behavior. Let's just skip and go back. Go down and activate that. Okay. Okay, so I need to go in here. And then I need to understand what happened actually. Let me just go to this. Next time, please move both players, and the other player I want to be moved to, yeah, let's say same location, that's okay. Okay. Just real quick, kill this one because it's making a hell of a noise. Okay. So I need to use the puzzle here. Okay, it's modulating for. I am still technician here. Yeah, but that's right. Yeah, that one is the one. Okay. It's also why is that? Ah, okay, changed back to class because the player doesn't have a co-op mod. So medic. Okay, I activated the puzzle. Okay, so that seems to work. Ah, okay. Okay, so okay, this time it got stuck. Let's just see. Why did it get stuck? I think I have an idea why that might be happening. We have our cancel event. I think I know what the problem might be. But I am not sure. Disable to fix cancel thread. That might be a problem. That might be a problem somewhere else. Let me just see. Cancel thread. That's a script thing. In scripts. So we in the future don't mistake this anymore. So this one needs to be executed somewhere. Where are you? Just see. Find them all. Here we are. Okay, you're executed here. It's active. Yeah, actually, that we don't need. Because that's the player. All right, the player is grabbed. Return player closest to. Wait. Respond to all players. Get the places from the puzzle. Ah, that's something else. Okay, that's not the activator. That's not the activator. We should not be working with this. The activator, because that can also be the other player. And if the other player is closer to the puzzle as we are, the other player gets that command. And that's the bug. Seriously. Damn it. Okay, so the other player is not technician, so it will not work on the other player. So it will not work on us when the other player is grabbed. Okay, so damn it. Activator. Activator. And if activator and let's just have a check for the activator being really a player. Otherwise, this will create a really bad crash. This subclass of player. So, okay. Or we have multiplayer game running with the co-op mod active. We have an activator. This activator is a player, and this player. Okay, so we need here. Later. See if that works. No, it doesn't work. Of course, it doesn't work. So let me just see if we can recycle this player. Player. Yeah, we're gonna recycle this player. Gonna use this and grab activator player. Oh, wait. That's wrong. That might be right. That might work. Nope. That would have been too easy. Okay. Grab the player and we're gonna give that player the activator, which is a different type. But we will change that. And launcher activation put the player behind. Okay, so basically we can do this. Ah, that works. No, it doesn't. Seriously. Okay. Entity. Okay, but this will work. So we overwrite the player variable. So in the player variable, we will have the activator. And oh. But we can only do that Wait. Yeah, we can only do that if there is a activator. And if the activator is a player, and the activator is a class of players. So if the activator is a player, if the activator exists and the activator is a player, then override this variable, and let's just make this a one-liner. This is just out of necessity, and we need just use player here now. Player, player, and player, and that should fix it. So types in C++, excellent, great taste, really. Wouldn't want to live without them. There we go. I think that fixes the problem. Let's restart the server, reconnect with the second client. So, what the hell? Yeah, it's not gonna work, I think. Reconnect. Yeah, okay. So that was too soon. Hello. Let's just execute the config file. Get away from that player. The second player, jump off, but get very, very close to the puzzle, because that's the player that should create a problem for us. And we step a little bit further away from the puzzle. Well, that fixes it. Wait, this player is not class. Yeah, this player is mid. Let's go for heavy weapons. And let's try this again. Okay, that works. That looks good. Let's try it with this player here. Okay, that's a puzzle. And you should be good. And you should be good. Let's actually just try to fail the puzzle. And see if the other player can then use it. Okay, that works. Now use it again. Okay, I can. So if I use it, can the other player activate it? No. Okay, so that seems to be working. So if I go like health 0, I should be actually dead, and the other player can access it. Okay, so if I go back to give me health 100, I should be alive again and be able to access the puzzle. And the other player cannot access it. Okay. Okay, so let's actually solve the puzzle. What the hell? I was right. I think that's it. the second one. And something's going wrong. Ah, yes. Oop. Who? Are you kidding me? Okay, so that's... I can see why some people hate the puzzles. But this isn't a difficult one. Ah, it has a timeout. Okay, so well, it should be like this. This should be like that. Should be like this. That we definitely don't want to touch. Gonna do it like this. And yes. Okay, that fixes it. And no modulation anymore. Okay. Okay, so now I'm gonna check something else. Don't need this, don't need this. Well, we have another feature finished. That's check if the relation timer can be removed by accessing escape now. The answer to that is yes. So we need to change it back because it was not intended to be like this. Where are we? We are here. What about this? Do we actually need this anymore? I think not. Yeah, no, we don't need this anymore. We also don't need this anymore. We don't need the folder anymore. And now we need the user interfaces. Oh, okay, there it is. What's this? So let's go on UI, timer HUD. I removed no escape. No escape. 1. I suppose that was the right one. Just to be sure, let's check. Let me see what the Zoom HUD says. Yeah, that's actually not helpful. I think the main menu actually has... no, the library. Okay, so where is the library menu? I think it's menu. Is it actually? Oh, not here. It's here. No, it's even not here. It's not in the co-op mod. That would explain it. It's like it's not in the co-op mod. Okay. So what about this one? Okay, just check one more menu where I think this should be. Is it here? No. Okay, that's also not. There we go. no escape 1, so that should be right. That should be correct. Just override it. Sure, yeah, that was correct. Okay, so that should do the trick. But do we no? Just to be sure it really works, let's test the map with engineering puzzle. Oh, wait. Just clone this. Still have target name, and let's do it. Oh, that was the wrong one. Like this. It should be for the Dallas mission. We're gonna load the Dallas map and see if that works on the Dallas map as well. M3L1A. Oh, B forever. That works. We have fixed one really annoying bug. It added one hopefully welcome feature. So yeah, let's just die first. Don't ask why. Yeah, let's just go like this. Yeah, not that. Okay, that's a modulation bar. And the mission script has not been changed. I have deleted the change mission script. Now let me just change the class. Class medic. And now medic, and I get to solve the puzzle. Now, so that's a cool thing. Okay, so we have a new feature. So that worked. Let me just check real quick. That was fixed. Yeah. And so that's a success, I would guess. So it's just 2 items on a list of about 50 or more. So not very efficient, but we made progress. And yeah, I need to submit all the changes. Let's go for the game code first. So what did we change? That's a change I don't want to submit yet. That's a change. Yeah, that's also not required to be submitted yet. That's a change that definitely needs to be submitted. Okay, so what we did here was we added a new script command. New yeah, just actually copy the entire thing. Here we go. That's the first get user of other get their data. 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 player importance fixed. We're gonna add them here. They have been fixed. This all has been fixed. Okay, there we go. That would be this and this. Okay, go. Fail unable to. Ooh. Connection was reset. Okay, second time it worked. So what did we do here? We did actually fix a bug. First, fixed player possibly getting stuck when a puzzle is removed during modulation. That is our fix. Timer hot duck, and the other one would be it's not yet added. Added feature technicians. Do I already have that in my? No. Okay. Technicians. Can modulate all puzzles. And that's probably not a helpful description. Solve puzzles. Technicians solve all puzzles via modulation. Just add co-op. Edit co-op technicians solve all puzzles via modulation. Let's just say will solve all puzzles. Will now solve all puzzles via modulation. Okay, in the future, if people don't really like that feature, we can make it optional and be disabled via vote. But just for now, I think we're gonna test how people react to that, and if people like that, because this feature has been requested quite a number of times. So people have been complaining about the puzzles quite a number of times. So this would actually give them an incentive to choose their class more carefully. And in the next step, I will disable class regenerations. So players will no longer regenerate health and shield, which will make the missions harder. Also, the benefits of the class will go away, which requires the players to actually work together to give shields and health to each other. So that would give an incentive of stronger cooperation if the players really want to beat the game without dying so often. So after a while, I have also to look into the dying, how we can punish people by dying, or people that die, how we can punish them in a way that they don't get frustrated, but try not to die so often. Because right now there's no dying penalty, really, except for when you're playing Last Man Standing with lives. So, and I want to give the incentive that people really try to stay alive, but when they really fail and the mission is really difficult or they have a bad connection, they should not be punished for that. But they should be given an incentive to really try their best. So I've not yet come up with an idea how to do that. So that would be the regenerating abilities class. Regenerate, there we go. Okay, that's something else. That's a feature that's not active yet. That's actually pretty simple to deactivate. So let's go here. B60014. Deactivating regenerative features. Regenerative deactivating regeneration to motivate players to work closer together. So that's just actually that. Now let's compile the code and see if that actually works. Okay. So what is my class? My class is technician. And I don't have any shield. So I should be regenerating my shield by now, but I'm not, so that's working. See if there's something, there's no immediate problem. Does it lag? No. Okay, so, yeah, okay. Let me just see if there is, that's the wrong one. It's the wrong one. Let's go here. Oh, let's just kill this guy here. Ah, hello. Okay, technician. So I'm changing my class to medic, and I'm going to hurt myself because that's what medics do. I'm not regenerating. Okay, so if the other player hurts themselves and I heal them, does that give me some health? Let's just see. No. Okay, I want to change that. Where do I change that? Let's see. Already at full health. Already at full health. So let me just see where that is in the code. Just copy that. Because I'm lazy. Already at full health. There we go. So that's where the player gets health. So that's max. You healed whomever. Okay, so this is the section. Sure, yeah. So now we want to give the players that was healing the other players some health. So I need to think about how we would do this the best way. Give player health. In turn for his cooperation. So let's just first check if the player at all needs health. So where was that? That's line 566. And the other thing was beginner class regenerate health. Okay, we're gonna come back later to this, but first we get it back to 566. There we're gonna check if the player, if the player get health. Oh wait, that's not scripting, that's C++. So it's health if player health okay. I could just go there. What? Ah, that's why I'm using player. What's the other player? Using player? Used player. Okay, one player is using and the other is used. Okay, so you're using player. Oh, these names are stupid. Using, that's the player that's healing. It's like this. Yeah. So if that player has health below, let's say 30, let's go here. Let's just see. Medic start armor. Oh. Technician start armor. Oh, we need to check if the armor is still working. Ah, come on. Never ending story. Check if player plus starting armors actually working still. Out region. Cause of basic armor equipment entity not be given at each region cycle. So let's go back. Let's actually give do this per percentage. So if that would be for a player giving health. No, let's go with fixed numbers. Can still change it later. Okay, so class, there we go. 30, give player health in return for his cooperation. If player health is below 30, add health. Let's just be sure if the health is higher than, are we giving it directly like this? Just to be sure. I don't think that will ever happen, but let's make sure if it does, it will work. Okay, so if the player has health below 30 and just healed another player, I'm gonna give this player health so that this player has, wait, we can do this with percentage here. That's one, hang on, that one we need. If the player has less than 100 here, less than 30% health. Yeah, if the player has less than 30% health, do not just add 2 health, but just plain just set it to that value. So that health, that would eliminate the need for this. So, okay. Let's say the player actually, yeah, 30% is really low. Let's go with 50. That's a strong incentive. And otherwise, if the player has more else, if the player does not yet have full health, we're gonna add health to the player. If the player has less, then, oh wait, that's the wrong, that's the wrong one. Medic max ammo, medic start, medic max health, that's the right one. That was the wrong value. But we actually, what is the value here? Let's first fix this. Give 50%. Okay, so what will be the value here? Regenerate health. What would that be? That is 3. Yeah, but if a player runs around healing other players and he just gets 3 health points from it, that's not gonna motivate that player. So let's give the player like, let's see, 15 health points. That would be 75, which is 2 healings. That player would heal. Yeah, let's just go with 15 for this. Or with, what's it, 10, 15%? Let's go with 15%. The player is below. So we can recycle this here, because we're gonna need it anyway. If that player is, yeah, no. Well, let's do it like this. F, player health to player new health. Player health new. Player health new is whatever, and if player health new is bigger than what he can have on maximum, we are going to reduce that to the actual maximum. Oh, what am I doing? This here. Max health. Okay, so I'm gonna remove that. There we go. So player health will be, the new health will be the current health plus, what did I say, 15%. So we're gonna take this beautiful calculation here and adjust it. 1, 5, yeah, 15%. So give the player health in return for his cooperation. Let's now, if player has health below 50, up it to 50. Yeah, but we are going we are definitely going to do this the other way around. Yes, that's just stupid. Because that would mean if a player heals another player and he has 49 health and he heals the other player, he gets just 1 health added. So he's at 50. But when he's at 51, he gets 15% added. So that's stupid. We don't want that. So we want to check for the 50% while we want to up to the 50% while the first healing takes place. So this is the right way, or as they say, this is the way. So we have 50%. We have less than 50%. Hello? What the hell? Okay, so we have a player has less than what? Player has less than maximum health. Then we want to give the player, obviously, the maximum health. So, okay, players left, then maximum health, and heals another player. He gets 15%. So these 15%, that's a new health. Okay, so these 15% are checked if they are bigger than max health. It's corrected. So here we go. And then it is applied to the player right here. And when we're checking again, up it to 50. Let's put this here. Up it to 50. And here we have. We're gonna try that out for sure in a minute. Give player 15% health back for his cooperation. That sounds so not English, but well, let's just close this, terminate this game as well, compile and see what we got. So here we go, activate this one and this one. And I'm gonna be a medic. Back. And that player needs to be hurt. Okay, so I should be able to heal that player. Okay, I didn't watch my health. Shit. Okay, now I'm at 55 and the other player is at... Oh, let me just... Yeah, the other player is... It's... Let's see. Actually... Maybe... Okay, now I'm at 55. Let's just go a little bit down so I can check. Yeah, still not enough. Well, that's enough for sure. So, okay, I didn't get healed. Player already at full health. So how to heal? How to heal? Okay, this. Actually need to move. To move that screen here. To move one of them, otherwise I'll never be able to see both of them at the same time. Okay, so so I'm a medic. I'm gonna give you medicine. So that worked, but I didn't get medicine in return, so something clearly didn't work. So if using player this message doesn't show. Did it? No, it didn't. It said player already at full health, but I healed that player. So, yay! Found a new bug. Just see where this is. Player used. Okay, so that's here. And where is the healing taking place? Okay, so so the so that's the reviving and that's the healing. Give full health. Use max health. Okay, so I just put a marker here and see if that really works. And just see, should be able to heal. Okay, the code enters here. And it tells them they have been healed. Okay, now I shall see if it actually comes here. Instead of here. Ah, yes. Just set these markers and see. Yeah, okay, so we have a problem. Okay, we have a logic problem in this code. Yeah, I think this should generally be completely rewritten. This is anyway not really good. This should be done better. Yeah, but I think I will call it a day for today. This calls for a revisit anyway, so I think I'm good for today with this. I'm gonna make a quick note that I forget it. Class healing players it's healing charging players does not work properly with the print message and the actual what is it called? The actual, let's see, reward. Yeah, that's it. Class healing charging players does not work properly with the print message and the actual reward the player should get. Rewriting class. How's it called? Class using equipment event needs to be rewritten properly. So, okay, I think I made good progress today. Even though I seem to have the same amount of issues on my list as when I started, so it's still progress. Okay, so like I said, I'm gonna call it now a night. I hope you had some fun watching this. If not, I'm sorry for your loss. But anyway, have a good time. And bye-bye.